It's July 2024. Cashless tolling has finally got here.
Hey, Steve.
Deb, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Well, we made it.
I know. It's an exciting time to
It
be
is.
on the board and to be here to see what's going on and how people react to this new system.
Yeah, come on in. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Well, I want to say thank you to you and the board for the support you've offered us, because here we are finally.
On behalf of the board, I think the most important thing to say is thank you and thank the staff. And I think besides the benefit, going cashless is going to give our customers, I think it's been really good for staff too. You know, it's been hard, it's been complicated, but you know, that's how people grow.
Well, our strategic plan was very clear, so the staff knew exactly what we needed to do and how we needed to accomplish it.
Yeah, you know, one of the things is, and you know, for people who maybe haven't traveled a lot out of the state, perhaps they don't know, but this cashless approach really is where many systems already are or where they're headed. We want to continue to move in the direction that the business is headed. And because so many places are already going cashless, so many drivers are familiar with that system, and so we want to bring that to Kansas. And I think that's an important thing for our customers to understand
Absolutely.
as well.
So as you know, our call center right now is going to be shut down until July 8th. So this week, as we prep changing from one system to the next system, people just need to realize it's going to be okay. We're going to be open on July 8th. We'll answer all your questions.
I appreciate the planning that the KTA and the staff has gone through, because I have to say, as a member of the board, when I found out that the call center was going to be closed this week when we're just opening, and it felt to me like that's when we're going to get all the questions, I was worried. But as I began to understand both the necessity and all the plans and support that's in place, there are many sources of information the KTA has put in place to help you even during this week.
Everybody needs to go to driveks.com. But that new website and that new app's going to be there to help people answer all their questions. That call center will be open July 8th, and we'll get them lined out. Hey, also, you know, they're going to see all these changes right now. They're happening, and our staff's starting to take down toll booths. We've got some construction kind of happening, deconstruction, I guess you could say,
Right.
as we start to remove those toll booths. But I think it's important folks just stay alert. We're going to answer all your questions, watch for signs.
Speaking of signs, there's a lot of information on the roadway itself to help travelers. So if all of a sudden, you know, they feel like this is new, what's happening, the signs are going to give them a lot of information. And then, you know, I just want people to know you don't have to do anything, just drive. And even if you don't have your K-tag yet, we'll find you in the mail, and there'll be an easy way to pay the bill. And so just keep driving and enjoy your trip, whether it's for business or for pleasure.
Listen, I'm glad you came in today. You know, we've got it kicked off, we're starting it. How about we go check it out and go for a ride?
Let's do it.
Let's do this, yep.
Well, Steve, this feels a little familiar.
A little deja vu, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Deb, you know, we didn't make the decision to go cashless lightly. Obviously, we wanted to focus on safety. We wanted to make sure that we dove into this thing that we offer the safest, you know, infrastructure possible, and cashless tolling keeps you moving. It's a safer way of having people use our roadway.
Well, and I really appreciate the focus on safety. It's just so important, and I know, you know, what we really want is for everybody to arrive home safe and sound, and so anything we can do that moves that safety needle is really important, and I know this is one of those things. I have been surprised how many people that know I am connected to the KTA have asked me about the toll collectors and really been concerned that we were taking away their jobs. So can you maybe address how that transition has worked?
So we had a workforce transition plan to make sure get them continued education if they want to do something different. A lot of them that were still remaining, they're in the call center. Some have gone to maintenance. A lot of them are retiring, obviously.
Yes.
But we're real excited about the fact that, you know, when you call in, they're still doing tolling. They're just doing that customer service a little differently.
You know, so few people are going to be negatively impacted, you know, all of a sudden looking for a job and feeling like, you know, they've been cut loose. That's just not the experience.
Well, listen, we wanted to make sure we were transparent to our staff. We know we had to invest in new technology because our aging technology in the current toll booths was obsolete. We had to do something for sure, no matter what, as well as we want to be more efficient. we want to keep our tolls low. We want to make sure that we're taking care of people. So as you know, we don't take any tax dollars. We're living and dying by those tolls. We wanted to make it as simple as possible for our customers, and that per mile cost.
You know, in the old days, 3 days ago, like what you paid for maybe 20 miles when you got off at this toll booth might be different than what you would have paid at another one, and it just had to do with the rounding and minimums and just all of that kind of stuff. And so going through this transition, it's been interesting to think about. Yeah, you just set an amount per mile, and that's what people pay.
Well, and then of course we had violations, right? So we had open road tolling for a little bit, and we had violations for folks who didn't have a K-tag and went the wrong lane. Now I remove all that. Nobody's a violator. If you have a K-tag, it's a little cheaper, obviously, but if you're not a big deal.
Well, I can imagine too, you know, for the big trucking companies, just the paperwork, this system's going to make all of that easier for them as well.
Cashless tolling is what commercial carriers want. It keeps things moving. I mean, you got a big rig coming down the roadway, and they have to stop at a toll booth. It's just not the safest thing, not the most efficient thing for our environment and for them. And when you add all those things together, efficiency, safety, taking care of our workforce, making sure that we're ready for the future customers, making it easy and the customer experience is better. It was a no-brainer. We dove into this 5 years ago, and it's so exciting. Here we are, July, and we're open. It's great.
The system is here. We're seeing, you know, right before our eyes, it's all working just like it was supposed to, and it's been very smooth.
You know, we're real excited about the fact that we are live, we are open, we are doing this, and it's all in an effort to offer a better system for Kansas. Deb, thank you for joining us today. It was great to drive around and check out Cashless tolling.
Hey, Steve, thank you for taking me on the ride along.
And I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched these episodes and taken the journey with us on Cashless tolling.